I don't think of myself as an engineer. I think of engineering as a tool set that you use to solve problems, to invent things, to understand the world around you, to leverage human capability. An engineer's job is to take in all the available technologies, figure out which ones are the right ones to apply to a given problem, and then solve that problem so that the world's a better place. And with more and more technologies coming out ever faster, the capability of engineers to solve bigger and more important problems is increasing at a very exciting pace. What gets me out of bed in the morning is the idea that we are working on really big problems, some of which impact billions of people, healthcare, environmental issues. What gets me out of bed is the idea that if we get it all right, and every once in a while we do, we can really make an impact on this world. Life is too short to waste even 1 minute of it doing stuff that doesn't matter. As a kid, I was not a gizmo guy. I wasn't building things. My hobby was watching the world and try to understand how it works. Why does a hot bowl of soup cool off every time? A cold bowl never suddenly gets hot. You bounce a ball, every time it hits the ground, it bounces up but a little less. How does it know each consecutive bounce how to do that? The world was an amazing place to me, so consistent in so many ways, but so mysterious. How did it work? I spent a lot of time thinking about that. I was never a good student. I couldn't keep up with the pace at which they would introduce different subjects and different issues in school. I loved learning. I just wasn't a good student. In fact, my love of learning let me go deeper and deeper and deeper into something as they moved on to some other subject. And I always felt overwhelmed and inadequate. Sometime later in life, I realized it was just my expectations about what it means to really understand something were a different metric than school uses as they deliver information and expect you to be able to redeliver it. I think a good leader is somebody who can give people enough self-confidence that they can try to do things that they wouldn't ordinarily try to do, and even fail at it, but learn from that failure and keep going. Leadership is about figuring out how to do the right things. Leadership is about embracing change, being willing to fail, doing things where you have an uncertain outcome because they're worth trying. I think I look at the same problems everybody looks at and maybe see them a little differently. A problem well defined is mostly solved, and I try to redefine problems in the context of what really matters, and then I come and tell all of my really, really smart scientists and engineers, this is the problem that we want to solve, and the current solution is unacceptable, so let's do some out-of-the-box thinking here and do something different. The idea of slingshot evolved when we were actually working on trying to make pure water for dialysis equipment. And we realized that we had come up with a technology that would not only solve the problem for this particular group of people that need it for dialysis, but this little machine placed all over the world could make clean water for everybody. And we realized that we could solve a much bigger problem than the one that we set out to solve. Engineering is not the destination, it's the route. It's an ongoing process by which we keep raising the bar and delivering better solutions to human problems. And to me, what's exciting is that every day there's new technologies out there. There are always new ways to look at problems, and there's always better ways to apply engineering to improve the conditions of life around the world.